Welcome to Bullshit Therapy.
With Carlos and Ramon.
And here we're talking about
Anchor.fm,
where it supports our podcast.
Make your own podcast using Anchor.fm's easy-to-use platform where it'll upload your podcast onto Spotify, iTunes, and other platforms and get paid to, talk bullshit.
Talk bullshit. And all you need is a computer, a microphone, and they put it up for you. Or you can also use their app on their iPhones or Google Play to make your podcast.
Like and subscribe, and thanks.
Please care about us.
Yeah.
This is the most relaxing music.
I don't feel relaxed.
I enjoy this. I've been enjoying this music since like high school.
You a lie.
I'm serious. I
completely picture you bumping this in your Honda Accord.
Yeah.
You a lie, motherfucker.
Yeah, I did. And that was after high school, my Honda Accord. But this is one of the most relaxing. I listen to this like when I read, when I used to study in college, when I feel like I'm listening to like NPR or public TV.
Mm-hmm.
Public television doesn't get enough credit.
It doesn't.
For teaching minority kids how to read and write because their parents speak because their parents weren't able to because they were too busy working.
That's how I lost my accent.
That's terrible that you lost that accent. But Alexa, shut down, please.
Whoa.
Welcome to Bullshit Therapy with Carlos and Ramon. Ramon thinks it's therapeutic to talk about it.
And Carlos is full of shit.
I think it's bullshit to talk about it. So that's how we came up with Bullshit Therapy. This week's episode, we're going to be speaking about life in general. Ramon.
This week's episode is also brought to you by
Hand on the Pingas. Hand on the Pingas. Everybody enjoys Hand in the Pingas. If you're sad and lonely, you can put Hand in the Pingas.
Which is one of our sponsors.
Hand in the Pingas is the best
one of our sponsors now, so yeah. We enjoy that shit.
I don't know about that and stuff. I think we're gonna cancel that broadcast. It's bullshit.
Any others?
When you're feeling down and lonely, just put your hand in the pinga, and you'll be okay. You know?
Do you need a cure for depression?
Hand on the pinga, you'll be okay. You know?
Did your girlfriend leave you hanging?
Hand on the pinga, you'll be just fine. You can't sleep? You have insomnia? Hand on the pinga. You'll be all right.
Dude, this shit's better than medical marijuana.
It sure is. We'll get you high in laughter and enjoyment.
Yeah. Are you lacking any, what do you call those things?
What?
In your brain that make you happy?
The dopamine?
Yeah, dopamine.
Dopamine?
Do you lack dopamine?
Hand on the pinga.
Hand on the pinga.
Cure all. It's better than fucking Vicks Vapor Rub. That's what it is.
Wait, who's doing Vicks Vapor Rub, bro?
Everybody. You know what, man? Ever since you told me about the Vicks Vapor Rub for hemorrhoids,
yeah.
I don't have them anymore. I don't have them anymore. I was telling my friends that work
you're not the first person that I surprised.
I preach that shit all day. I say, man, you have hemorrhoids?
Yeah.
Vicks Vapor Rub. It's cooling and soothing and shit, dude. It's the shit.
It seems very it seems to go against...
Yes, against the norm. Yeah. It seems to go against the norm because basically hemorrhoids is just like an athlete's foot.
Yeah.
It's like a version of athlete's foot. If you ever had athlete's foot, it itches, it burns, skin peels, and this you have in your butt, and then you put a vapor cooling sensation on that shit, Vapor Rub, and it's like, oh, wow. It doesn't itch no more. It doesn't burn.
What it does is it actually
helps heals it.
Yeah, it contracts it because it cools it off.
Mm-hmm.
So it contracts it because what that hemorrhoid is just a blood vessel bursted.
Yeah,
and kind of expands and shit. And what this does is kind of contracts it, and it does work.
It does.
I found out about this shit.
When but check this out. One time,
young, bro.
One time,
I don't know why I
think
it was my aunt who told me this.
I was desperate. I was like, everything I'm using, doctors give me shit. You shove it up. You're like, what the fuck? Nothing's working. And then I was like, this motherfucker said vapor. That's some fucked up shit. So I bought it and I put it in and I was like, oh, wow. It was nice. I was like,
It
all right.
goes away.
It went away, and I haven't had it since.
Actually goes away.
I haven't had a hemorrhoid
The
since.
funny thing is,
and this is like 5 years ago.
I had a coworker who asked me about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, for a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was for a friend.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was for him.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, man, I got a friend who's got these hemorrhoids and shit. And I'm like, oh, dude, I know exactly what's good for that.
Yeah.
I told him, Vicks Vapor Rub.
I was using.
He looked at me funny. He was like, what? Ain't nobody gonna put Vicks Vapor Rub in their ass.
Hey, one time I had Vicks Vapor Rub, right? I had it on my butt. Because I had hemorrhoids. I just admitted that that's what I did.
We got another sponsor.
Hey, so I was at my mom's house, right? And my sister was like, man, what's that smell? It smells like Vicks. We got I was like, I don't know. I have
no idea.
I have no idea. And I was like, shit, she could smell it from my head. I didn't even fart or anything. And she was like, man, it smells like Vicks. Anybody? I was like, no, I don't. I realized I probably put on too much that day.
You put too much Vicks in.
I think so, because the scent went around the fucking room.
Oh, God.
You know? I was like, I don't know. Who the fuck got Vicks? Somebody got Vicks. I don't know.
Somebody smelled like Bengay.
I paid it off and shit, you know? It's like whoever calls it did it, you know, the silencers. It's one of those.
There used to be a joke when I was little.
What?
He goes, it was a one-liner, kind of stupid.
Uh-huh.
Very homophobic.
Okay. You want to say it?
Yeah.
Go ahead. We apologize for the homophobic jokes that he's about to say. We apologize for a lot of things that we say. We're not apologetic for the things we say.
But I think that's I think that's a milder form of that preparation H.
Yeah.
Because preparation H is like what's out there.
Yeah. That's what's out there.
And it's a milder form of, I feel like.
What? Vicks?
Vicks.
No, I don't think so.
Because I think you can feel preparation H has a similar effect to it, where it kind of feels a little cooling and shit.
Yeah, but it doesn't last as long as Vicks.
No. Vicks is like power shit.
Yeah, that shit lasts all day, dude. Yeah. And then, like I said, you end up smelling like it after a while.
Well, so you know that the problem with hemorrhoids is not necessarily like it's basically your diet.
Yeah, it's what you eat.
It's what you eat.
Yeah.
So if you're not eating enough fiber, if you're not drinking enough water, if you're not getting enough sleep, those are the three main reasons why you would get it.
It's called weight gain. That's also the same thing.
Plus that.
Yeah. So basically, to eat healthy is sleep.
It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
It's work out.
Yep.
Sleep well.
And eat
the best you can.
More veggies than me. I always say I'm 45% vegan.
Oh, okay.
I like saying 45%.
You can say whatever you want. I like whatever.
I think that your diet should consist of
a little bit of everything. Yeah, it's what we learned in grade school.
More vegetables than meats, but
yeah, I could see that. Or beans or fruits. Fruits
fiber.
Are good, but fruits have sugar, and that's bad too. They say, but it depends what kind of fruit you have.
It's a different type of sugar, though.
Yeah, it's natural sugar.
Yeah,
right?
it's natural sugar. Your body is able to process it more efficiently than processed sugar. So I don't know, the people that equate those two things, you know, you need sugar, you need protein, you need all these things.
We need to survive.
You need them to survive.
We're a battery.
Right. So for somebody to be like, you're not supposed to have that.
So you believe that if you eat healthy, work out, and sleep well, your energy is positive and it radiates into the world?
Well, why are you shaking like that?
I'm just not shaking. I'm using hand gestures.
Yeah, no.
No?
Life is like 50% chance and 50% action.
Destiny? Not destiny?
Yeah.
You don't believe you're destined to just be who you are?
The Witcher.
The Witcher?
Like the Witcher.
The Witcher. That's a
This
stupid
is your
fucking show.
destiny.
That's a stupid ass fucking show.
No, I actually like it, bro.
I just like the fighting scenes. Everything else sucked.
I just like the titties.
It was just too much of nonsense.
Yeah.
I couldn't follow it.
You couldn't?
No, I thought it was
So you didn't like it?
I'm saying I didn't like it. I just said it twice already.
No, you didn't say I didn't like it.
I don't like the Witcher. I just was like, what the fuck's going on? 1 minute this is going on, next minute it was just too much bouncing around.
The confusion was that in the beginning, without any like, I guess, warning.
Yeah.
It throws you on two different timelines.
Yeah.
2 or 3 different timelines, and then you're like, what the fuck?
Have you seen Messiah?
I did.
That's good.
That is good.
It's like if Jesus came.
It's fucked up.
This is how they'll treat him. You know, and the doubts and the questioning and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that happening.
But it wasn't just doubts. There was, I mean, some of the stuff that happened was a little bit like
What?
when he did that whole like
What?
I don't want to do no spoilers, but when he did the whole like what was that?
Walking on water? It's in the Bible.
Sandstorm?
Yeah.
The whole sandstorm?
Yeah.
I mean, that could have been
natural disaster.
Yeah. If he was Jesus, I thought Jesus would have better powers.
What are you talking about? He's not a fucking mutant or an X-Men and shit. He's not an Avenger.
Let me tell you, the Bible makes it seem like Jesus was fucking
an Avenger? The first Avenger?
Yeah.
You have to make him like that because you got to have people believe in him.
Walk on water.
Get a lot of fishes. Turn water into wine. Yeah.
Seems like superpowers.
It's magic.
Those are mundane superpowers, right? Like, if I had superpowers, would you use it for that?
Let me tell you this right now. If I could make water into wine, first of all, I'll be a rich man. I'll be a millionaire.
Getting people drunk.
People will be like, Carlos, we were having a party. Bring the wine. You make a whole thing out of it, dude. You get a bathtub full of water or a drum, and you just wiggle your fingers and shit.
If you turn water into wine, you might as well just make cash appear, and then why even bother?
No, you got cash. You sell the wine, and you make money on the wine.
But I feel like if you can turn water into wine, you can just make cash appear.
Well, you know, the wine is the cash. The wine is the cash.
Currency of the day.
Huh?
The wine is the currency of the day.
The wine is the currency because everybody wants that grape juice. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the best grape juice around. I like wine. I enjoy wine. I think I'm gonna start being more white and
that's
more,
racist.
More ladylike.
I'm just gonna say that's what you just said.
Fine.
Is racist.
And I'm also gonna
call it out.
It is what it is. But let's just say, who buys more wine? Who buys wine besides not Latinos? Well, we buy wine, but we're not the prominent demographic in wine purchasing.
I think it's
except you're Spaniard. But if that's not the case,
I don't know why we separate ourselves with like in classes with colors.
It's not in classes. It's our culture. We're not really wine. Well, we have sangria, but that's I think invented in Spain. I'm not sure. I have to look it up where sangria came from.
Aren't you Puerto Rican?
Sangria did not come from Puerto Rico.
Bacardi definitely comes from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but you don't put Bacardi in sangria. It's brandy. I believe that's a Spaniard thing. I don't know where did wine come from? Europe,
France,
right? Rome and all that and stuff like that.
French wine.
I don't know, but all I know is that
Italian wine.
It's not a racist thing. It's a culture thing. I'm not saying we don't buy wine.
So what are you gonna be like? More white person? You just said I'm gonna be. More
I'm gonna go buy wine like white girls and shit and drink like Kool-Aid.
My wife loves buying this.
Wine is like Kool-Aid and shit.
My wife likes this one called Rosso, and I think it's called Rosso.
I don't know.
Rosso.
And it's good?
It's like a sweet red wine.
Yeah.
And it basically tastes like juice.
You know what? Wine is okay. I fuck it. I'll just stick to whiskey. I drank all my whiskey yesterday. I don't have anything to drink now. It's sad.
I'm kind of glad that you don't have anything to
Why?
drink. I don't know. You starting early on Saturday, bro?
It's my day off. The sad thing about it is my day.
10 o'clock in the morning, bro.
I've had a rough week.
Oh, tell me about your week.
The weather sucked.
What else?
It's been cold.
Yeah.
It's work has been just work.
You got the easiest fucking job, so you can't even say that.
I'm bored. You know what? I'm bored at my job.
Okay, next.
So I need to maybe become a supervisor or something.
No, I don't think you want to do that.
I'm not.
But next,
but I'm just saying.
What else?
I don't know.
You sound like you had a typical fucking week.
Yeah, but it's just mundane and shit. You know, it's nothing exciting. Is that your wife texting you? You shouldn't be answering the phone at all whatsoever.
It's not. I'm not answering the phone.
You know, I'm just saying you're doing a podcast, and that's what you do. You get people interrupt you. This is what happened at work.
What happened at work? Oh, that sounds like a shitty day, bro.
It was a shitty day. You know what? Ever since I turned 40, it's like I can't wipe my ass anymore because I get shit in my hand. Not all the time.
Toilet paper,
it's just
there's not enough toilet paper in that fucking.
You know what it is? The problem is that here it's like this. It's I go like this instead of going like this.
Oh, you always got to use the finger, bro.
Yeah, I do, but then you know how it cups.
You know this is a radio show, right?
I know, but no one's gonna see me showing him my cup movement with the hand.
And they're also not understanding what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's fine. It's the wipe. I just got to change the wipe around and shit. I thought I was gonna be.
You're not getting clean wipes on the butt.
I got a whole one on my floor.
That I did see.
You know,
have a missing floorboard.
I stepped down
It's a
it,
hazard.
and then my landlord comes in here and he's like, "I'm gonna take it off your rent." Nigga, this is bullshit. It's fucking.
Wait, how is he taking that off your rent?
He's not. He's gonna charge it. He's gonna charge it on the rent. Like, he's gonna charge you more money for it. Like, you could do whatever the fuck you want. That's not gonna happen. It's like, it's crazy and shit, you know? Doesn't make any sense at all whatsoever.
What else has happened to you in the week?
Nothing. That's it. Everything else is pretty cool and shit, you know?
So then you don't need whiskey for the night.
I like whiskey. It's like my wine.
You gotta get more white girlish.
Nah, I'm
no racism.
I'm tired of white girls right now. I'm gonna stay away from them for a bit.
What's going on?
I
It sounds like you want to tell me more.
I gotta find me a nice little Latina girl.
No!
Yeah.
That could be a disaster.
Or I just gotta find me someone who loves and cares for me.
Or maybe you just need...
What? Hand on the pinga.
Hand on the pinga.
Hand on the pinga.
Our sponsor.
Hand on the pinga.
Exactly, bro.
You know? That'll work. Yeah, that's maybe I'll just do that. But I don't know. At the end of the day, it is what it is. So, do you have any news of what's going on in your life this week?
No new news. It's been like I don't know. It's been a really lame off week. I didn't even go to my therapy session today.
Why?
I canceled it.
I was wondering where
my
the
car
fuck
was
you
acting
were.
a little funny.
What's wrong with your car?
It started showing this oil pressure light.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, oil pressure. So when I was on my way over there, so I'm like, man, I can't do this. But what it was that I moved my car last night. My landlord calls me up and says, hey, we're shoveling the driveway.
Yeah, move your car.
Move your cars. Move my car. They don't even come and shovel the driveway. When I move it, I moved into an area where it was really heavy snow.
Yeah.
And the back tires kind of got lower.
Uh-huh.
So I had tire pressure problems. And it was saying oil pressure problems. But I didn't sit there and let the car warm up.
Okay.
And I got to get my oil changed.
So that's why you didn't go see your therapist?
Did you call your therapist? I was running late. It was snowy as fuck. I called him.
I'm not snowing this morning. Was it snowing this morning?
It was still snowing.
It was raining.
It was raining, which made it worse.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're just so.
I see that your block has no dibs.
Right, because there's cars parked. There's no empty spots.
There are empty spots.
Well,
so
the snow is not that bad, but usually we do get dibs. Usually we do get the snow. This snow is not that bad that you have to put dibs. But I believe in dibs. We spoke about this on our first podcast. I believe Chicago should have dibs. If you shovel your snow, you own that fucking property until the snow leaves.
Public property.
Well, the sad thing about it is that my tax dollars doesn't come and clean my streets at a sufficient amount of time.
So then you're mad at the wrong thing.
No, I'm mad that...
You should be mad at the government for not being able to fucking plow your streets.
I'm not mad. I got parking.
You got parking because you had to work your ass off for it.
That's fine. And that's the thing about America. If you work hard for something, you should be able to keep it or accomplish it or deal with it. That's
I'm
it.
just shaking my head right now.
Well, you can shake whatever you want. Hand on the pinga. You can shake that too if you want. But I'm just saying.
Jesus bust out hand on the pinga for no reason.
Yeah, why not? You know?
I don't believe in dibs. I feel like that is public property. Now, the fact that you decided to clean it out is a personal choice.
Yeah, okay.
Because you can get out of that parking without having to clean it out.
No, everybody is selfish. That's just our human nature. We only do things for our own self. If you give money to a homeless guy, you feel good. You're not giving it to help him. You're giving it to him so you can feel good about yourself. Saying that you're a nice guy and look at me. Why do you think people take pictures of fucking homeless kids in Africa and shit? You got all these little black kids around and one white lady who's supposed to be like a church
a savior.
A savior, and it's like so much bullshit. It's racist.
Wait,
and they feel that they're doing something positive to these people. Get out of this thing. It's crazy, dude. I'm on a tirade.
I'm on a tirade. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So this thing about dibs, it goes on every year. It doesn't make any sense. You
explain dibs?
Okay, dibs is when it snows in Chicago and there's a sufficient amount of snow on the ground. Cars are buried underneath it. So you unshovel your car so you could use your car to go to work or whatever. Well, whatever cars are for. And
this is what pisses me off.
And then they put a cone, a chair, or something in the spot that they just unshoveled so their parking could be saved.
You're making it sound really nice, but some of the stuff that I've seen out there is hilarious.
They do whatever.
They'll put whatever the fuck.
They put Jesus Christ on there. They put a microwave on there.
A stroller.
They put a broken stroller.
A 2x4.
They put all types of stuff out there to claim their spot.
So then, cleaning that spot entitles you to that parking spot.
Yes.
Despite whether you're there or not.
Yes. That's your spot.
So you get to claim a public space.
Basically, you have a parkway. You have a garage space. What do you call it? A driveway.
Yeah.
So basically, if you clean the parking spot, it's the city version of having a driveway. And you don't want cars in your driveway that doesn't belong to you. That's what dibs is. That's what dibs is. If I shovel this driveway, this parking spot, then I don't want no other car here in my driveway. That's basically what it is. So I don't see what's the problem.
The problem is that's not your fucking driveway. That's the public street.
Yeah.
And the only problem is that the Chicago plows don't go through the side
street. They don't.
They don't come.
And if they do, they bury the cars in the again. Spot. And then you're back shoveling the car. So it doesn't. That's your park. Now the problem with dibs. This been on since
the 50s.
Yeah, because I'm 47, so since I've been a kid.
Yeah. They said it started in the 50s with the first daily.
That's fine. So my thing is about dibs is people who are not from Chicago, because I remember this in the 90s when I was hanging around in Wicker Park, and you have somebody that comes from like Iowa, Ohio, somewhere in the Midwest, like, what are dibs? Why are these people doing this?
Yeah.
I don't like this. This ain't cool. And it's like people who are native of Chicago, like, what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
This is what we do. Don't come here and try to gentrify our city.
Oh, God. There you go with your bullshit.
I'm just saying.
I feel it coming on.
You come into our city, you should embrace the culture that's going in our city, that's happening in our city, not try to change it to your will. See, that's the problem with these colonizers, bro.
Didn't take you long to bust out the collar.
I'm just saying, dude. That's just what it is and stuff, you know? That's it. That's why I believe in dibs. That's why I'm so passionate about dibs. Well, you know?
I don't believe in dibs, but I don't live in Chicago.
So basically, they steal from you. Yeah. They're stealing from you.
Who's stealing?
If you do something, they stealing from you. People are stealing from you. When they take their parking lot, they're stealing from your view. They're stealing from you.
That's the thing. I would understand if you clean your driveway, something that belongs to you.
Yeah.
That is public property.
This belongs to the public, and I'm part of the public, so it's mine. That's how that works.
You are selfish.
I'm not. I am very selfish. That's why I'm not married and stuff, because I'm very selfish.
That's one of the reasons.
That's one reason. But if I find the right woman, I would not be
selfish. You'd be out there cleaning her
I'd
spot.
I'd be 100% all in. No, she could do her own spot, because I want her to be independent. Because I want her to be independent. Could be lying on me.
Do you think these good times, because we're living in pretty good times,
yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
It's breeding weak men?
I don't believe that is breeding. Yeah.
I
don't know. I'm just gonna go against the norm.
Yeah.
I don't think it's breeding. I think we do need to have a. I think men need to be
more manly.
No. I think the word manly. There's nothing wrong with being manly. There's nothing wrong, but there is something wrong with being misogynistic. That's wrong. Now, what determines what's manly or not is society and what we agree was manly or not. Yeah. I think it's manly for a man to cry.
I think it's not manly for a man
to cry?
To do dibs.
I think it's very manly to. I think that's more misogynistic than anything. to call dibs and shit, because you're a territory. You want to own something that doesn't belong to you. See, that's white people shit. You want to own something that doesn't belong to you. Like weed, selling weed.
I want to retire the word white people.
What do you want to call it?
Europeans.
All right, Europeans then. Yeah. We'll say European descent.
Yeah.
European descent. It's not their fault that their grandparents were bad. You know what I'm saying? That's just so fucked up.
It's not their fault.
It's not their fault. It's like that's their excuse when it's like it's not my fault. My dad used to hang black guys. Like, what the fuck?
Whoa!
But you're not doing anything to fucking help out the cause and shit. You're just minding your own business and not helping, not saying anything about it. I got that from my sister. That's a souvenir. It's a bamboo light.
Oh, it's a light in here.
Yeah, there's a light in there.
What happened? Why did
it cracked? Because bamboo only grows in warm climate weather, and in the winter it cracks.
Oh no shit!
And bamboo's supposed to be one of the strongest wood out there and stuff. You can make floorboards. You can do everything with bamboo, and it grows like weeds and shit.
It dried.
Yeah, no moisture.
No moisture.
So it cracked, but it's nice though. It has a picture of a Simi, the god, the sun. You know. So that works out pretty well. It's not too bad.
Have you watched anything lately, bro?
I told you I watched The Messiah. I watched the that witch garbage shit.
The Witcher?
Whatever.
Which is good. I like it.
I
liked it. I think it's a good start.
Yeah?
I think it's a good start to a good show. If they can get their time.
Is it books or was it a video game? What's the origin of it?
I heard it was a book.
It wasn't a video game?
And then it became a video game. And then it became a show.
Oh, really?
And then I think the video game had kind of died down.
Yeah.
And then the release of the show kind of brought it back into the mix.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
Well,
you know what?
Magic-y stuff.
You know, it's not stupid. It is what it is. If people enjoy it, it's enjoy. Who am I to sit here and be fucking Ebert and shit, Robert Ebert or whatever the fuck their name is.
But you didn't like it.
I did not enjoy it.
So you would not be watching season 2.
I would most likely not. But I don't know. Maybe I will put it on and fucking with hand on the pinga. Well, in background,
say this much: it had comparable in numbers as far as titty scenes.
To what?
To Game of Thrones.
I didn't see a lot of titty
scenes. You didn't
scenes.
see a lot of Yennefer?
No.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay. I don't really care about that show.
Yennefer,
what? You're in love with?
Girl right now.
You're married.
I am married, but I've already told my wife that Yennefer's.
Who's Yennefer?
Yennefer's the girl in The Witcher, bro.
I don't know.
She's the witch. She's the
witch that was all like deformed and shit.
Yeah, the mage. Oh, you didn't even see her get pretty.
I saw her get naked and shit. I saw her get pretty. Yeah, she was always pretty. They made her all fucked up and shit, you know. And then she got rid of her hump. They got rid of the baby hair. She can't have any kids to have the.
You're doing a lot of spoilers right now.
I could care less.
Well, she turns out to be a bad bitch.
So you got the Chicago Motorcycle Riders. Are you still part of that club?
No, I'm not. This is an old shirt.
Is that club still together or are they broken up?
It's not.
So you weren't able to organize the club accordingly?
No. There was a lot of, you know what?
So that was one of your fails.
When I started riding motorcycles.
Yeah.
I couldn't recognize like a lot of people that rode, or I didn't I wasn't able to meet a lot of people that rode.
Yeah.
And then I saw Facebook groups. They had a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how petty those people were. The people that ride motorcycles and they kind of do group stuff.
Yeah.
It gets real petty.
I'm not going to sit there and say that because I'm not a part of the motorcycle group, but that's any type of organization.
Yeah, you get a whole bunch of people together and they start getting really funny.
People get funny and stuff. So it's best to always be a lone wolf.
Yeah, you are better off.
I'm a lone wolf.
No, I don't even ride, so.
You know?
I don't.
You miss it? You were
it's
douche.
The wintertime, but
you were a douche when you were had a motorcycle.
Why?
Yeah, you gave me a pair of boots and then you wanted them back.
I forgot that. I don't even remember it, to be honest.
Yeah, you wanted a pair. You gave me a pair of boots. You don't want to think about it.
It doesn't make me douche.
You're kind of douchey sometimes.
I've heard a couple people call me a douche a couple times.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have the douche?
I resent that accusation.
Well, you know.
I resent.
Sometimes you got to see yourself outside the box to realize how douchey you could be. You know?
Oh, you ain't shit.
I'm an asshole sometimes, but I think is I realized I figured out late in life the balance of assholeness and coolness. It's a nice thin line where it's like, okay.
And you found that balance?
Yes, because I'm only an asshole to people who tries to be an asshole with me. And if you're cool, then I'm cool. So I treat people the way they treat me.
Okay.
I don't try to, when they sit there and say, "Oh, I treat everybody the same," that's bullshit. Everybody's different. You don't treat everybody the same. That's how it goes. Like you don't love all your kids the same. That doesn't make any sense. You love them all differently for their
I
strengths
don't care about
and
this,
weaknesses. What?
this time of the year, bro.
It's sad. It's depressing. It's
It is.
winter.
I hate this shit.
You know?
This shit is so fucking boring.
That's the problem with me too. Like there's nothing going on. Like I have vacation coming up, but the thing is I have no money to go anywhere.
And nothing to do.
And nothing. I could go to California.
I think California's the ticket, bro.
Now that I'm single. Now that I'm not dating anybody or seeing anyone, I could just get up and go. See how that works out.
Let's talk shit about your ex.
No, I don't have an ex.
Come on, man. Let's talk shit about somebody.
Why? You want to be so angry? That's not what you used to cut your nails.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ, you nasty. That's just gross. Ramon is using a cigar cutter to cut his nails. And that is totally disgusting. Jesus Christ. I put my mouth in the cigars that I cut this shit with, and you're using your fucking nails.
Well, my nails are clean.
Not if you're cutting them. They're nasty. They're fucking dirty, and you don't even work.
I do work.
You work a little bit. So what do you want to do with yourself, bro? What are you gonna do for the rest of your life? You going to a birthday party?
I'm approaching existential crisis right now, bro.
Ramon's having a birthday soon, so he's sad and lonely.
No, I'm not. I'm not sad. Birthday's coming up. My wife has been talking about doing something.
What do you want to do? Is there a party?
She was talking about going on a little trip. I kind of like what I'm doing now with birthdays. Like when there's people's birthdays that I care about, I'm with them. Like my wife, my kids, shit like that.
Yeah, because you
I
shouldn't do
prefer
it
now, instead of doing parties or getting together, just go on a trip.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Gives you an excuse to leave town.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought about maybe going to Memphis.
Instead of using your money for something like to do nothing.
Yeah, do something.
Do something.
That's very adult of you.
Like my kids, when they have birthdays, bro, I'm not doing no birthday parties for them. Dude, we're going on a trip.
Yeah?
Fuck that.
You know what? My uncle one time, let him rest in peace, he told his daughter, do you want a quinceañera or you want to go on a boat cruise and shit? She was like, I want a quinceañera. He was like, man, fuck this girl. It was bad and shit. He was like, man, we could have went, the whole family could have went on a boat cruise and shit. That would have been much better than the quinceañera, but I gave her the quinceañera instead. I don't think she knows that. So, no, our cousin. I don't think she knows that the father was like a little disappointed about it, but that's fine. He,
I prefer to do trips at this point.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know what I have planned yet because it's coming up in a week, but.
So I'm on vacation, bro. What do you want to do? We could all go together. We could go with my family and your family.
Bam. My wife talked about something about Wisconsin. Oh no, not even Wisconsin. Lake Geneva.
I'm thinking, if I do anything, I'm just gonna get in my car, fill the gas tank up, and leave.
Just go.
Leave. But tickets to LA is $149 right now.
That's cheap as fuck, bro.
I don't know if I should take that or not. But the thing is, I don't have any money.
LA
You know what? I'll have money, but I have to pay my rent.
Well, the discount that you're gonna get from that floorboard right there.
You know what? I think I am. I should just leave. Go and just leave. Go meet some friends out there in Cali.
Portland.
And kick
Have
it.
you ever tried going to Portland?
No, I could go to Oakland. Visit my boy DJ New Life. You guys should listen to his music. He's on SoundCloud. The plug-in. He's pretty cool and stuff. You guys should listen to his music. Send me some mushrooms
from Oakland.
No, I'm not sending you anything.
They sell mushrooms in Oakland, bro.
I'm not interested in that. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. And I don't want to get into a reason why.
I'm into it.
Or go to LA and visit my friend Sandra, or go to Sacramento, listen to my other nurse friend and Yachty, and I don't know. I got people at Long Beach and listen to my boy DJ. I got places to go, but I don't want to stay with them.
If I had that many people in California, I'd have moved.
You would stay with them?
No, but I would have networked with them.
And do what?
And find something and just do it out there.
I'm not gonna go work at Starbucks.
I mean, but God, you're manifesting shittiness?
No, I'm not manifesting shittiness. I am manifesting
I mean, you're qualified, dude.
the core of what?
You're qualified to do anything out there. You work in the railroad. It's not like you can't do that.
Yeah, I could do that.
Imagine doing that shit at 60 degrees all year round.
Jesus.
Or,
I don't want to go back to operating trains.
But that's what you do now.
I don't really operate trains anymore.
Well, you could be a switchman though.
But my pussy stock did go down when I stopped operating trains. I was telling that
Your opportunities
of meeting women out there and finding the one was operating trains. I was telling somebody that at the cigar shop. I said, man, I used to operate trains. How you like it? I said, you know what? I enjoyed it when my pussy stock was up. But now that I thought at 14 years in the company I would be married and have a kid or whatever. But now I'm just, I'll be okay with that. Like, I'm not out there operating trains. I'm settled down and all that. But now I'm not settled down. So it's like I'm just hearing a bunch of grown men with pot bellies talk about their wives and kids and shit. And it's fucking annoying at the time and shit like that. You know?
But it's an easier job.
Yeah, it is an easier job.
You're not a young whippersnapper to be.
I'm not a young whippersnapper, but the opportunity of my, getting my stock back up is less than what it used to be. And I used to tell women when I wanted to date them or sleep with them or whatever, it was more like, well, I don't know, they really like would ask, whatever. I would be like, look, check this out. I'm a train operator. I work at CTA, Chicago Transit Authority. There's 32 stops from O'Hare to Forest Park.
Okay.
Right? I do that twice a day.
Okay.
I do that. There's 32 stops from O'Hare to Forest Park, and then same stop coming back.
Yeah, 64.
64 times 3 times 6 times 3 times 3.
64 times 3.
It's 192 stops.
Okay.
In 8-hour work shift.
Uh-huh.
Times 5 days. I do that shit 5 days a week. That's 960.
Almost 1,000.
In every stop, there's a pretty girl. So if you don't want to go out, and kick it or hang out or see what goes on between us and make something,
1,000 opportunities a year.
I'll just get the next girl that's on the next stop, and they'll be like, "You're an asshole. Let's go out." And I was like, "All right, let's go."
I like how that story turned
out. Let's go.
You're an asshole. Let's go out.
But it was true. My thing is like, there's opportunity out there. And you can't allow yourself to stay stuck with just one or wait on one when there's more opportunity out there that you could just go ahead and venture off to. That's the thing about this life, That's the thing about this life. So it's easy to just be like, it's easier said than done. But when you do it so many times, it just becomes kind of like the norm. And then sometimes you fall back to your childhood behavior where you really like somebody and you try to do the right thing and you make sure it works. Then it doesn't work. So you go back to your adult.
Suciousness.
And it's like, yeah, I guess I just got to go ahead. Hand on pinga. Then you got to go back to living your life and not giving a fuck.
You know what
And then people usually want you more when you do that. I realize that. When you do that.
The Aaron Hernandez.
I saw that.
What did you think about that?
The guy was fucked up in the head. I think all those concussions and shit like that made that behavior. That behavior was a learned behavior.
Yeah.
The anger, the temperament, it's a learned because his father was abusive to his mother.
Right.
Right? But he wasn't abusive to women. He was abusive to other people. Mm-hmm. Guys, whatever, his temper. But I think getting those concussions as a kid playing football had a lot to do with it because it was proven that his brain was like
all fucked up.
Exactly, because of the incident.
CTE.
Yeah, he had that. So I think that, and I also think maybe he was also gay because he got molested when he was a kid.
Right.
And he didn't want to let that out. And then one of his buddies, his quarterback, was like, yeah, we used to do it all the time, but we didn't know any better. And that's another learned behavior. I don't think he was gay. I think that this is what happened to him when he was little, so he thought this is what people do.
Right.
And he was trying to hide that from that. I think he was bisexual. I don't think he was gay.
And he was conflicted by it. So he was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And you think that dude kind of found that out? And he was like, "Fuck that shit."
Yeah, because they never gave the reason why he killed him.
Did.
They never gave the reason why.
Nobody ever figured out why he killed him.
Yeah, no one gave the reason why. It's all speculations and rumors, but no one. And they did a good job in not making him being gay. They were like, we don't want to say he is
because it's wrong to do that.
Until the reporter did it and stuff. You know,
the way the reporter did it was bold as fuck. But then again, he is kind of like a murderer, so it's hard to have pity on him. But
yeah, I don't really care for him killing people. I think it's wrong to kill people, but I hope he had a good reason for it. Which there is no reason for it.
No, it didn't seem like there was a good reason.
You know? But at the end...
That was a tragic story.
It's a tragic.
I liked it, though.
I'm upset that it happened to a Puerto Rican.
Well, oh, yeah, he was Puerto Rican.
I'm sad about that.
Poor love.
You know, finally we got a Puerto Rican playing football and shit. That's going to be...
Finally. There was a lot of Puerto Ricans playing football.
Name 5.
I can't really name them.
Exactly.
His dad...
He didn't play in the NFL.
Oh, he didn't?
No, he just played for UConn.
I saw Aaron Hernandez, and he looked like he had a potential to do great things.
He was doing really good and stuff his first 2 years. He came with Gronk. Him and Gronk were buddies.
Yep.
They came in. So that's a bond right there. I didn't know that. I thought Gronk came first.
I think Gronk got drafted first.
Yeah, and then he came in later on.
He was.
They got drafted the same year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought Gronk was like 2-3 years before him.
You don't realize it, but dude, his like the span of his career would have been like what 5-10 years.
Who? Hernandez?
Yeah,
could have been. Not with that brain damage.
There's a lot of people in the fucking NFL with brain damage like that.
Yeah, there's a lot. But the thing is, Aaron Rodgers was a typical. You know what? It's kind of fucked up. His temperament is Puerto Rican temperament. It's kind of sad.
Puerto Rican.
Somewhat, you know. I'm not. No, that's kind of wrong for us to say. That's wrong.
That is. We're stereotyping.
We are stereotyping our own people, which is sad. It's uplifting.
I don't think it was. I think he had some really.
There's a lot of
extenuating circumstances.
You know what? There's a lot of men like that are hot tempered for no fucking reason, and they just avert to violence because they were never taught how to deal with their.
But he was
emotions.
going through a lot of stuff, though.
What?
He had the guy the guy that he shot was apparently like saying that he was going to get him back.
His temperament is what's going on with the city of Chicago with all the shootings. That's a typical shootout in the city of Chicago.
Yeah.
That type of.
I'm going to go back.
Yeah, instead of just letting it go, they're like, oh, there they are. 3 hours later, let's go get them. Dude, they didn't do anything. They just looked at you funny.
Yep.
Relax. They weren't even looking at you funny. It's all in your head.
I think it's third world problems, though, bro. I don't think we're going through
You with this third world problems.
I really do.
Stuff.
I kind of tend to agree that our problems are so... They're there. We have problems.
We don't have problems. They're all
problems.
perceptions.
Yeah.
It's all of how we perceive it to be. There are no problems.
There are problems.
No, you could be homeless, living in a cave, and be the happiest man in the world, and think you're blessed. And feel blessed.
It's all the same.
So it's not problems. We make problems. You know why we feel we need problems? Because human beings are problem solvers. So we always got to find a problem to solve because it's in our DNA. That's what we did. That's our primal instincts. The same way like hand in the pinga is.
Hand in the pinga.
The same way like hand in the pinga is. It's our primal instincts.
All your fucking
You know what I'm saying?
bro.
You know what? Changing the subject. One of my ex-students, Eddie Rockwell, having an album drop on the 24th of January. So people could, or do you put the thing on? I got the horn.
Oh, you were terrible with the horn, bro.
What are you talking about, dude? So check out his new, his album is called One Day at a Time, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. Let me find out. I like that kid, man. He's a good kid. You know, some students just resonate better with, you know. Ooh, it's Sophie D. birthday. So, what was I saying? So, yeah, I think it's called One Day at a Time. It should be dropping on the 24th of January, so in like 7 days or whatever, 4 days, 3 days, which is cool. Hopefully he'll be... it'll be all right. And then there's Humble Cuts to give good haircuts. I need a haircut, dude.
I need a haircut too.
I need to shave my beard and a haircut. But I kind of like this woolliness.
Yeah,
I kind of like this, like straight up, like I don't care.
I agree.
Good look. I think it suits me very well. That's
Like
just
you
me.
look like a woolly mammoth.
Yeah, like I'm going back to my primal instincts. Look, I should be a runway model with this look right now.
No,
Really?
doubt that.
I'm manifesting it, dude. Why you listen? You know. So, my brother's birthday's coming up soon.
Yeah. And any gigs this week?
My brother.
Any performances?
What do you mean?
I'm trying to manifest some destiny here.
No, I don't have any performances.
Oh.
My performance is here
Oh, okay.
in the safe comfort of my home, which is sad. Nothing.
With no critics.
With no critics. No one listens to us.
Nobody listens.
It's terrible. It's like a waste of our time.
No, it's not a waste of time.
It's not a waste of time.
We got a lot of listeners.
We do got a lot of listeners. We got people in Jamaica, Spain,
Mexico.
Yes. All you gotta do is click so we can get. We're up to $2.
Oh my goodness, we're rolling in the dough.
We're rolling in the dough.
That's how much we've made.
So we both made $1
in about a year of
No,
podcasting.
9 months, 8 months.
No, it's been more than that.
It's been 22 weeks, 23 weeks. Not even that's the many of pods we have episodes. But
The first one we made, when was it?
I don't know. Let me look at it.
First podcast was gotta be January, February.
It was in
April.
No, it was in May. It was May the 3rd. We posted on May 3rd. And then we did another one 5 days later, which is May 5th, and then May 18th, the 20th, and then we started doing a week, and then June. And then we took a hiatus because it was rerun season. So we took, our last one was August 31st, and then we came back on October 13th. And you know what? Let me tell you, that's 39 plays. That's a lot.
Yeah.
We're almost up to 40 plays. Be grateful your dick still grows.
Yeah, we just need to take more time between podcasts then.
No, You Should Be a Stripper was 13. Buy Those Jordans was 19. But you know what it is? It's every time I feel that there's no hope and no one's listening.
That's when we get a shitload of listeners.
That's when someone tells me, hey, I listened to your podcast. You're kind of funny. You're funny. You and Ramon got something going on. You guys should keep it up. And that's when I'm like, oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm like, thanks, man. What do you think? And then I try to get their feedback, and then they're usually somewhat positive. I don't know if they're lying or not, but I tend to believe the positive side of it.
Why not?
Because it's great. And I think some of our listeners, if you haven't listened to any of our other episodes, you should try to listen to It's My Birthday, Bitch. I had 24 plays. That's a funny one. Adopt a Rescue Dog. That's okay. That was a good one. Love is great. Church. I think that's also good. Our episodes are all well. Our production has just gotten better.
It has it. It really has it.
Manifest it, bro. You gotta manifest it.
Okay, because the other day I was looking for some equipment
Yeah.
to buy
Yeah.
so that I could have my own microphone.
You should.
Yeah.
Instead of me getting one for you. I've been waiting for you to do that.
I'm gonna sell my computer.
You should have. Keep your computer. You know what?
I don't really need it, to be honest.
Just bring it to me. I'll take it.
Shit.
Why not?
Because it's a brand new fucking Apple computer.
You think so?
Yeah, that's a 27-inch Mac, and I think it's like less than a year old.
Really?
A year old. Yeah.
How much you pay for that?
I paid $2,000 for that thing.
And you couldn't do your own graphic design?
I don't know how to do it, motherfucker.
Couldn't YouTube that shit?
Yeah, there's a little bit more to it than just
You know,
YouTube.
YouTube University is very handy.
I love the confidence that people have in themselves to be like, oh yeah, you mean you wanted to remove a spleen? Why didn't you just YouTube that shit?
YouTube University is the shit, dude. YouTube University have
You
helped
wanna do
so
open
many.
heart surgery.
Let me tell you this right now. YouTube University have taken special ed students to the next level of their education, dude.
Where they're not retarded.
If they're not, to the next level of their education, YouTube University, bro.
Yeah.
It's almost it's better than Phoenix. What are you
I will
talking
say
about?
this much. It probably is better.
It's better than Phoenix, dude. You know, that's basically what it is. I'm telling you right
I
now.
feel like it's come down to, for me, either I go back to school or I pursue something that I want to pursue.
You should. I told you to go be an electrician.
Either I go back to school, get a trade, or I pursue like my business interests, which is the cannabis business.
Well, you should pursue both because you need a trade to get money to pursue the other one thing.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Whatever happened to your mentors and people you were talking to about opening
You know
business
what?
and all
I
that
went
stuff?
and I noticed that
They're all full of shit?
the mentors that I have, they were all full of shit. What they were doing, it was like
Stealing your
basically-
ideas?
Yeah.
They were like
Yeah.
Shark Tankers?
Yep. Straight Shark Tanks.
What they were doing?
They're like, yeah, tell me what your idea is. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. Come here, let me have that. I noticed that they brush people off. Be like, yeah, no. There was one guy that was in the industry that was working in like retail.
Yeah.
And then when I mentioned some of the products and some of the stuff, he was like, yeah, no, they're doing that already.
Uh-huh.
I was like, really? You know what I noticed?
What?
7-Eleven sells CBD.
Yeah.
Well, that was what he was the vice president.
Oh, 7-Eleven?
Yep. So he was like, it felt like I was stepping on his toes, you know?
Oh, I see.
Kind of like moving into his
Territory?
Yeah.
His retail business?
And he was like, yeah, no, what you're doing is not going to work. Have you ever heard of the story of 7-Eleven?
No.
The story of 7-Eleven is actually pretty dope.
What happened?
The guy started off.
It gives
selling milk
immigrants a
and
lot
eggs.
of great jobs. It's a great job opportunity for immigrants.
Started milk.
It's a racist joke.
It is. Well, it started off as a milk and eggs, and they needed coolers
Mm-hmm.
to store the milk and eggs.
Yeah.
So there was this guy. I forgot. He was like he worked in a fucking farm.
Okay.
He was shoveling shit and all that stuff,
Mhm.
and then he kind of like started doing the selling
Mhm.
of the stuff,
Mhm.
and he became really involved. He started his own. So he noticed that they had like coolers
Uh-huh.
for eggs and for milk.
Yeah.
So he was like, why don't we put more shit in the coolers?
Yeah.
You know, meats.
Yeah.
And then that's how he started off.
But how did they come up with the name 7-Eleven?
I have no idea.
They were open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m.?
7 days a week, 11 hours a day, I think it was.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why it's 7-Eleven?
Something like that.
So why is it open 24 hours then?
Now I guess it should be 7:24, right?
Yeah, something like that. It's a catchy tune. Name.
Yeah, there's something to it. But then they got bought out by a Japanese company.
Oh, they
now-
did?
Yeah, it's basically a Japanese.
I thought they got bought out by like Pakistani company.
I think a Japanese company owns the majority of the shares.
Oh, okay. So it's not like an Indian-owned
No,
company
it's
and
not.
stuff?
The reason they use Indian families because you can just get an Indian family, go in there and run it, and they won't have a problem with it. You know?
Well, they own it. They're franchised.
Yeah, but they use like legitimate fucking.
They're franchise. Anybody could go own a 7-Eleven. Just gotta have a franchise for it
Right.
and stuff, you know.
But you have to like want to run it,
But the thing is, it's just a bodega.
basically.
It's just a bodega.
Yep.
All they did.
All it is a bodega
It's all it is.
with a brand.
Yeah, it's a
And then
brand
they
bodega.
attach gas stations to it.
Yeah, which is terrible. Bodega. Well, you know, it would be nice if we had a bodega. They should call it bodegas.
That's the New York thing, isn't it?
I don't know. Here's grocery stores, right? Little grocery stores,
Corner stores,
corner stores.
liquor store.
The liquor store. Liquor stores are everywhere. Maybe you should try to open up a liquor store. There's always
I don't
money
know
in
how
liquor.
There's a market in liquor, bro.
There's a market in liquor. Liquor's everywhere. You go open a corner liquor store and make money.
I like the cannabis business.
You got to open it up in Lincoln Park.
I feel like cannabis has a bigger use than just like
Liquor.
alcohol is just straight get drunk.
Yeah,
But with cannabis, you could eat.
it's a healthy thing. You know, it's supposed to help you live your life better or
Yeah.
slower. Help you live your life slower.
And the cannabis business in Chicago kind of like sucks right now, bro.
You know what it is? The mayor wants to open up.
Is there pot stores around here?
Yeah, I got two. I told you I got two last
Where?
week. There's one on Milwaukee and there's one over here on Roosevelt. You want to go?
I'm down.
What are you gonna do? You gonna buy some weed?
No, I'm just gonna check it out.
Nah, I'm not gonna go.
I
there
don't think
and
they
check it
only
out.
take cash, bro.
Hey, but check this out. Yeah, they only take cash. But check this out. The mayor wants to open up like bars, like weed
They
bars.
denied it. There's one weed cafe, and it's in fucking California. There's only one in the entire fucking entire.
No, you go to Colorado. There's some.
No. They don't have no cafes. There's no place for consumption.
Really?
There is no place.
They
for
should
consumption.
open. They should have cafes. I don't see what the
I feel
problem
like
is.
it's gonna be, but
It couldn't be like bars.
No, you can't sell liquor. It'll be just coffee.
I'm just saying the concept can't be like bars.
Why?
Well, bars are more like. You ever notice they got like a particular setup?
I think it's stupid that they have dispensaries, but they don't have nowhere you could like a liquor, like a bar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like go in there, you buy your weed, and then you just smoke and chill.
Yeah. If I would do like a weed spa.
Yeah. Right. Well, like Mike Tyson in his
No, I'm
ranch.
talking about like a weed spa, like small.
Really?
Yeah, like a gym, like a weed gym.
I got you. Here comes the truck with the snowplow after the snow is all gone from the street. Ain't that a bitch? You see? And they just burying the cars that are there.
Fucking up the entire street in the process.
Yeah. You see? Look at this. Just burying the cars, smashing them all with it. This guy's an asshole. They don't need to do that. He don't need to do that.
We're just criticizing our fucking
See,
snowplow guys right now.
snowplow. The street is somewhat clean, and he's just burying the cars back into the parking spots. You know, it's just sad, and he's only using like it's like the plow is like 10 feet, right? 20 feet. How big is that plow?
I don't know, 20 feet, 10 feet.
Like about 2 yards.
Yeah.
It's about a little bit more than about 2 yards, maybe 3 yards.
Well, at least they are coming down the street though.
Is his thing, and then guy's an asshole. At least he's doing his job. We saw something. That's why dibs is important. That's a perfect example why dibs is important.
Literally the example why it's not important.
Whatever, dude. You're mean.
Yeah. So
you got a birthday party to attend to?
yeah, and I gotta go.
And it's your wife's friend's kid. Do you know this kid?
No.
Well, why are you going? You gotta be like a 70s dad and not go.
No, I'm going just to make sure I can watch my son.
Why? You watch him?
Because we need 2 people, bro. We need one for the older and one for the younger one.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, it's just hard like that.
That's terrible. You know? But okay. We're at 56.
Yeah, we're leaving out with a bang.
Alexa, could you please play Wolfgang Amadeus? So this is what we're going to be leaving.
Yeah.
You guys,
thank you for joining us.
This afternoon. We want to thank everyone for joining us. We're going to sound like NPR.
Thank you for joining us in this
other episode of Bullshit Therapy. Don't forget, hand in the pinga.
Hand in the pinga.
Hand in the pinga.
Sponsored by Hand in the Pinga. Where you put your hand in your pinga.
It's your business.